But now we know the real reason Bold and Beautiful's Ridge is forcing Eric out. All products and services featured are independently chosen by editors. However, soaps.com may receive a commission on orders placed through its retail links, and the retailer may receive certain auditable data for accounting purposes. Is there anything worse than being told you're no longer wanted? Probably, but it's tough to think of it offhand. We're sure that's exactly what Eric has been wondering on the Bold and the Beautiful lately. Related story. In the face of his protests that he doesn't want to go anywhere and still has plenty to contribute to Forrester, Eric's beloved son threw his dad a surprise forced retirement party. It was condescending and, honestly, kind of cruel. Surprise! You're done here forever, Dad. And then, to top it all off, Monday's episode ended with Eric sadly accepting Ridge's forced declaration, taking his staple and leaving. All in all, it was enough to tick us off, so we can't even imagine how Eric resisted the urge to smack some respect into Ridge with that stapler. But other than angering us, we've been struggling to figure out where this is all heading. Unless it's going to end in Eric starting over with a new fashion house to put his ungrateful family in their place once and for all. We have been waiting for years for a new fashion house to give Forrester Creations a run for its money and reignite the rivalries of old. Spectra, Jackie M. It's been years since Forrester had to compete with anyone or anything. We've been hoping Bill might take up the mantle to stick it to the dressmaker, but no. We thought maybe Hope would just give up the drama of trying to make Hope for the future float and try going her own way, but nada. Instead, everyone at Forrester just coasts along, fighting amongst themselves over whose corner of the company gets the attention and the funding. Well, now Bold and Beautiful has given Eric the motive and the opportunity to show his family he will not be left in the dust. Once Eric does that, he can go head-to-head with his former company and put them in their place. And we can only hope that ultimately, when his family asks him to come back, Eric tells them all they're on their own. He's happy where he is, doing what he loves best. Is this Eric's chance to shine? Get a look at what's ahead for the rest of the week with our preview photo gallery below. 4 weeks, fans of the Bold and the Beautiful have watched Ridge Forrester stride through Forrester Creations like a man on a mission, cold, focused, and determined to push his own father, the legendary Eric Forrester, off the throne he built with his own bare hands and terrifically tailored suits. Ridge keeps insisting it's what's best for the company, but anyone who has watched Ridge manipulate, brood, smirk, and bulldoze knows one thing. This isn't just business. It's personal. Deeply personal. And now, the real reason is finally taking shape. What if Ridge's crusade goes far beyond market trends, brand identity, or boardroom battles? What if Ridge is harboring a secret so tangled and emotional that even he hasn't admitted it out loud yet? Let's peel back the layers, Forrester style, and uncover the true, hidden motive behind Ridge's ruthless push to force Eric out. 1. Ridge isn't fighting Eric, he's fighting his younger self. On the surface, Ridge's move to seize control seems like ego. But look closer. Ridge grew up worshipping the ground Eric walked on. Eric wasn't just a father, he was Ridge's idea of success, brilliance, and charm wrapped into one elegant, silk-scarfed package. Ridge spent decades trying, and failing, to measure up. No matter how many lines he designed, how many women he pursued, or how many family crises he controlled, he always saw his father as a towering figure he could never quite surpass. But something has shifted. Eric is aging, slowing, vulnerable. For the first time, Ridge isn't staring up at a giant. He's staring in a mirror. Eric's mortality is Ridge's own reflection. Every tremor in Eric's hand, every forgotten detail in a meeting, every pause before he speaks, Ridge feels it like a prophecy. Eric can fall. Ridge can fall too. And Ridge Forrester does not allow himself to fall. So pushing Eric out isn't just preserving the company. It's Ridge trying to outrun time. 2. The Shadow Battle, Eric's last collection versus Ridge's legacy. Let's be honest, Ridge is terrified of something else too. What if Eric's final collection is a masterpiece? Imagine it. Eric, the seasoned king, steps back into the atelier and produces a line that ignites the fashion world. Classic, daring, unforgettable. Ridge knows Eric is designing with fire in his veins, with the desperation of an artist who believes this might be his last bow. And Ridge? Ridge is designing like a man who's already king. What if Eric's farewell collection becomes a phenomenon? What if Eric shows the world he's still the true visionary? Ridge would become a footnote in his own company. He can't risk that. So he's framing his takeover as responsible leadership, but underneath the professionalism, the truth is pulsing. Ridge is afraid. Afraid his father will outshine him one last time, and forever. 3. The secret file Ridge found, the fact he can't unsee. Now for the twist, creative, juicy, and oh-so-soapy. Picture Ridge late at night in the CEO office, rummaging through old Forrester archives. Initially for nostalgia, but then for ammunition. While digging, he discovers a document Eric never intended for anyone to see. An old partnership contract. A hidden clause. A contingency plan signed decades ago. Eric had once prepared for the possibility of losing control of Forrester Creations to an outside threat. A business tactic, a legal safeguard. But the part Ridge can't get out of his head? The clause naming Thorne, not Ridge, as the successor in the event of a family crisis. Thorne. The brother Ridge has always viewed as the lesser threat. The one he believed Eric never took seriously. And yet, there it was. In black and white. Ridge tells himself the document is irrelevant now. Obsolete. Nothing to worry about. But it eats at him. What did Eric see in Thorne that he didn't see in Ridge? What potential did Eric believe Ridge wouldn't live up to? That single signature from long ago becomes a crack in Ridge's foundation. And suddenly, Ridge isn't just pushing Eric out. He's proving he deserves to be the one staying in. 4. Ridge's secret promises, and the one he regrets. Another layer? The emotional one we rarely see Ridge admit. For years, Ridge has been living under the weight of silent promises he made to protect Eric's legacy. After Stephanie's death, Ridge vowed he'd keep Eric's empire safe. He'd honor the Forrester name. He'd never let the company fracture again. But promises made in grief grow heavy over time. Ridge has carried the family on his shoulders for so long that he's forgotten how to put them down. Every crisis, every feud, every scandal, it's always Ridge stepping in to restore order. And he's exhausted. He doesn't want Eric to fall, but he does want to stop being the one who must catch him. There is guilt buried under Ridge's arrogance, and fear buried under the guilt.